I am grateful to you, valiant dwarf. Even our high Ares were threatened by the giant Bargrazar. You have my thanks.
It was our pleasure. Bargrazar had to go, for the sake of all the folk of the North.
Yes, he was a threat that had to be removed. I wish I had arrived sooner so I could have aided in his destruction, as I so burned to do. But I will not begrudge you this great deed. I have seldom seen man, elf, or dwarf show such courage and skill. Together you will do much good, and next time I will be there to do what I can.
Oh, hello again. Don't mind me. Speaking with you got me dreaming of the old days. Dwarves, elves, and men fighting against orcs and goblins. Those were glorious times.
It does my heart good to see you, kinsman. But something dire must have happened to bring you all the way here.
All is well enough at the mountain, don't fear. The enemy's servant makes threats. With the enemy seeking news of Bilbo, Dane thought we should come to Elrond for counsel. Imagined what I'd learn when we got here, but it may be wise to say no more.
Gandalf has told us of Frodo's burden. It's no wonder Sauron's messenger came to us looking for news of hobbits.
Alas, that we should live in such times. Well, Frodo knows what he must do. If I were younger, I'd go with him. But we must each serve where we are most needed, even as you must, with such friends as you trust.
I'd best be off. Goodbye for now, kinsman.
Gundabad awaits us.
We'll be leaving soon.
We will be ready.
Hello again. What can I help you with? Is there something I can help you with, Farin?
I'll be on my way. Our destination soon, or this weather may prove more deadly than the orcs.
Take heart. We are nearly there, and this snowfall will hide us from the eyes of the enemy below.
Balram, look! Above the mountain! Set us down! We can attempt to find a way into the mountain under cover of this storm.
There is little chance of that, with those creatures keeping watch from above. Once we land you, my comrades and I will draw off the beasts.
Let's hope those flying beasts are too occupied with the eagles to notice us.
We can hope their eyes are less keen than those of our eagle friends. We may appear to be just a few more orcs among the hordes of Gundabad.
It's a sad day when I have to hope I'm mistaken for an orc. I'm out. glitters is not gold, and this is. Ah, there's a poor excuse for a hidden door here. What have we here? Ah, a vein of gold. wait. Impossible. I'll have to wait.
danger to all. It appears they've been feeding upon the orcs.
We are getting near to the mountain itself. If there's an entrance here, it'll be nearby.
Another orc warband.
What are they doing? Studying the ground?
There must be something wrong.
Look, there's a door.
Someone was here before us. There was a fight here very recently.
The bodies. They're dwarves.
This one lives still.
Well then, come on, you scum. Finish it. You're not orcs.
Why are you here? What were you trying to do?
We seek a weapon. We must find it, use it, stop the orcs.
A weapon? What kind of weapon? Where can we find it?
Dwarf weapon. In the stone. Nordri has the key. Find them. Help them. Please. Save Nordenbot.
Where are your friends?
Went on. Can't say where. Now. Find them. They need help.
Nordenbot? Where's that?
It's too late. He's dead.
But there may be more like him within this fortress.
Aye, and they're looking for some sort of weapon. Come on, let's see if we can find them. It pains me to leave fallen dwarves to these accursed orcs, but we have no choice. Teeming in the corpse of once great Gundabad.
They delight in murdering those
vein of
others,
gold.
just to their own foul purpose.
These caverns echo with the hammer blows of 1,000 orc smiths. A vein of gold. No sense leaving it for the orcs to find.
guard.
None left. No more left. I'll have to wait. I've got none.
You cannot endure this life.
Just like a dwarf to spend so much time on the ground.
Thanks, my friend. I'm in your debt. You'll have to wait. All that glitters is not gold, but this is. What have we here? Not yet. We need to pass that gate.
There must be some mechanism to control this gate.
What of this? These chains and gears.
This is the heart of the enemy's war machine. They forge weapons and armor to equip the hordes gathering here.
They're making more than that. Can't you smell it? The same blasting powder used against us at Fornok. There must be a huge store of it here.
Then let us destroy the gears. Perhaps we will slow their war mills.
needs more time.
dwarves. We must be close.
We won't find out standing here.
This is it! Quick, lad! Up you go! Nordry! Nordry.
There are too many orcs. We'll never hold them long enough.
Maybe not, but we can try. Well then, come on, you filth! Baruch Kazor!
Katana Menu!
We're friends! We're here to help you!
We must work together to overcome these odds.
There's a mounted crossbow over there.
Man the mounted crossbows!
We'll hold them off! Kazan! Kazan!
Keep them away from the weapon at all costs! to see you all the same.
We might say exactly the same. What are you doing here?
We've come to activate an ancient weapon.
With luck, it'll kill a lot of orcs.
What sort of weapon?
You'll see.
Once activated, it'll take some time to do its work.
Aye, it's sure to bring a lot more orcs down on us, too.
No time for dilly-dallying. Go ahead and use it.
We'll hold off the orcs.
A horn call? Are you mad? You're calling them here!
I did warn you about that.
You face the power of the Enzo!
Aye, a good deal of it anyway. Just as we hoped.
You knew this was going to happen?
It's what we came here for.
We had to strike this blow if our people are to survive. I'm heartily sorry for getting all of you killed as well.
I don't think we need to worry about death just yet. Look!
Durin's beard!
Well, this is a day I'll not soon forget. I've seen a few things in my time, but I've not flown on an eagle's back till today. Well, now that it's a bit easier to talk, let me thank you properly for saving our lives and bid you welcome to Nordenbad, our home. Nordri's father, the Lord Gorin, will want to speak with you. Nordri's gone ahead to report on the Gundabad raid and to tell him about everything you did for us.
I'm pleased to make the acquaintance of a fellow dwarf. But between the fighting and traveling and all, I don't think we got your name.
Oh, confound me for an old fool. Bruni, son of Bane, at your service and your families. I'm captain of the Nordenbad Guard and a servant of Lord Gorin.
I'd like to hear a bit more about your Lord Gorin before we meet him.
Gorin's a great leader. He'd have to be to hold Nordenbad together for so long, surrounded by enemies and starved for basic necessities as we are. There's not a dwarf here who wouldn't lay down his life for him.
We traveled east a long way over many mountain peaks to get here. But where in Middle-earth are we exactly?
Aye, it's east you've come. Clean over the Misty Mountains and along the length of the Grey Mountains. You've left the lands of Eriador behind. You're on the northern edge of the land of Rovanion now.
Why did you lead your warriors against Mount Gundabad?
We keep a careful watch on the orcs in the mountains. When we saw them gathering in large numbers at Gundabad, we had reason to believe they were preparing to move against us here. We didn't like our chances against that many orcs, but we knew about the hidden weapon at Gundabad. So Nordri and I led a small force there to use it against them.
I'd like to know a bit more about the weapon you used to collapse the ceiling of Gundabad.
It was an ancient defense made by the dwarves who delved Gundabad long ago. Nobody understood the qualities of stone better than the dwarves of old. And they knew that just the right sound can cause solid stone to split. They use that knowledge to build a defense against any enemy who might force their way past the gates of their home.
But Mount Gundabad has been in the hands of the orcs for centuries. How did you know about so ancient a weapon?
Aye, it's been in the hands of the orcs for many a year, but not straight through. I was only a lad when my people fought a great war against the orcs, but my father helped sack Gundabad. He was one of the stoneworkers who found the weapon. It made a big impression on him, and he told me the tale so many times I was sure I could find the thing and use it against the orcs.
But how could you be certain it would still work after all those centuries?
But we didn't. The whole thing was a gamble. Luckily it paid off.
So, do you have something like that here?
Some things are best left secret.
We'll be happy to speak with your Lord Gorin.
Just make your way past the doors you see yonder and you'll find him within. The guards have been instructed to let you pass.
I suspect I'm the first man to see the inside of these halls.
I am certain I am the first elf to do so.
Here, sire, those I spoke of. Allow me to present a kinsman, Farin of Erebor, and also Andriel and Eridan, his companions. We succeeded in our task, and I live to tell of it, thanks only to their aid.
You are most welcome here, kinsman, and no less so your companions, be they man, elf, or eagle. Welcome all to Nordenbad, last hall of the Longbeards in the Grey Mountains. You have returned to me, my son and my oldest friend, whom already I mourned as lost. For this, you will forever have my gratitude and the hospitality of these halls. Know that this is not something lightly given, for never before have we allowed any but our own folk to pass these gates, and no eyes have gazed upon the hidden lake of Azanzaram, save those of our close kindred. Yet for what you have done, I will gladly lay aside our ancient oath of secrecy.
We are honored, Lord, but we seek a servant of the enemy. He goes by the name of Agendour.
Agendour. We are familiar with that one. Curse his black heart.
He appeared before our gates some weeks past, and called us to parley, in the name of Sauron the Great, so he said.
What did the snake have to say?
He demanded that we yield ourselves up to the mercy of Sauron, as if there was any mercy in the Darkhold.
He lays claim to Nordenbad, telling us if we turn over our halls and riches without a fight, our lives will be spared, and we will be free to seek a new home elsewhere.
Of course, we would have nothing of that. When we defied him, he grew wrathful, threatening us with the fiery doom that overtook our ancestors.
Fiery doom? You don't think...
I fear he may have allied himself with the dragon Orgast who dwells in these parts. With such a beast at his command, we would have little hope of resisting him.
A dragon? So Smaug was not the last of that evil breed.
Alas, no. There are dragons still to be found in these mountains, and yet more dwell in the wastes beyond. They may not be as great or wicked as was Smaug, but they are large and evil enough. Make no mistake about that.
But could even Agendour persuade a dragon to do his will?
Perhaps not on his own account, but if he speaks for the Dark Lord, even Orgast would think twice before offending him.
Nah. Dragons are wicked creatures, and their greed knows no bounds. Agendour only has to name the right price.
Then would it not be best to destroy this dragon before it can be used as a weapon?
Well, destroy Orgast? If only it were that simple. The attack on Gundabad would be a peaceful stroll around the lake in comparison. Nay, if it were so easy to slay dragons, there would be many more dwarves still dwelling in these mountains.
Orgast has never taken notice of us before. We rather hoped it would stay that way.
They say it does not pay to leave a live dragon out of your calculations, if you live near one.
And we cannot allow Agendour to gain such a powerful ally.
Aye, better go after it before it comes after us. Where can we find Orgast?
You do not lack for courage, I will grant you. Yet we know not where the dragon dwells. No dwarf has discovered his lair and lived to tell of it.
Perhaps Radagast knows this secret, or can discover it. Seems there is little that happens in Wilderland that escapes his notice.
And who is Radagast?
Radagast the Brown. He is a wizard, a master of birds and beasts. He keeps to himself mostly, but he's a decent enough sort, as long as you mean no harm to the wild creatures he befriends.
He dwells within the forest of Mirkwood, away to the south. Perhaps your companion Belaram would know where to find him, for it is said that Radagast is a friend to the Lord of Eagles himself.
We should travel to Mirkwood. If Radagast knows as much as you say, it is certain to be worthwhile.
Indeed. But before you set out, please accept a token of our gratitude. Seek out my steward Galar. I have instructed him to open our vaults to you. I believe you may find something within that will be of service in the days ahead.
Ah, there's a view that would move the heart of any dwarf. It's marvelous.
I still can't believe I'm alive. I thought I would draw my last breath in the fetid air of Mount Gundabad. Mind you, I'm not complaining.
What will you and your kin do now, Mordred?
I'm afraid we're all out of tricks to play. All we can do is prepare our defenses, hunker down and wait for whatever the winds of war might blow our way.
Good luck with whatever befalls. Farewell, kinsman.
So you're the stranger from Erebor. You look like a proper dwarven spider, I guess. Now that you know we're here, I suppose we'll be overrun with distant ken coming to gawk at our lake. Are you here to buy something? I've an excellent stock of the best Nordenbad craftwork, so speak up. Time's a-wasting.
See here, Goran himself sent me. He said to talk to his steward and choose something as a token of his gratitude.
Yes, yes. He may have mentioned it to me. It was rather too generous of him. Not that I don't appreciate what you did, but how does he expect me to increase our wealth by giving our best work away? Well, here you go. Take your pick. Buy something? Speak up. Time's a-wasting.
Goodbye. There is some fine stonework here. Very fine indeed. There are skilled artisans here, to be sure.
Ah, you must be Farin, our distant kin from the Lonely Mountain. Word of you has spread like a beard on fire. Well, this is a rare treat. I hope all your folk are such fierce warriors. The enemy will feel your blows for a long time to come. So, how can I help you today?
Nobody shapes stone like a dwarf.
I can't believe what I've heard. You're actually setting out to find the dragon? We spent many long years trying not to be found by one. Ah, but then the three of you did walk into Mount Gundabad alone, and you lived to tell the tale. So if anyone has a chance against Urgost, it might be you. Ordinarily, I'd be dead set against riling up a dragon. It seems Agendaur has already done that. So I'll just wish you luck, and let it go at that.
A little bit of luck would do us all good. Let's hope we get it. Farewell. What a grand view this is. Bit chilly for my liking, though.
Mirkwood is a place I prefer to fly over, not into, but we are ready to go.
You're close friends with this wizard, Radagast, I take it.
The Brown Wizard has been a close friend of the Eagles since he first came to Middle-earth and settled into the forest that is now called Mirkwood, even before it came to have that dark name. That was long before I was born, but I have visited with him many times in his home at Rosgobel when I would bring him news from afar. But I have not seen him since he abandoned Rosgobel.
What could drive a wizard from his own home?
He was gone from his home before I could ask. But there has been a growing threat and darkness in the south of Mirkwood. I believe Rosgobel is no longer safe, even for a wizard. But fear not. I know Radagast's favored places in the north of Mirkwood. We will find him, or I will bring you to a place you are likely to find him at the very least.
Then it looks like we have to head for Mirkwood.
We will be ready.
Seeking the wizard. No one can help him now. And no one can help you.
Well done, my friends. That one will spread his veil of lies no more. Yet I fear this was no chance meeting. If Wulfrun was here, it could mean trouble for Radagast. You should press on and find him.
What is that foul creature? It stinks!
Who can say? Some beast from an older world, maybe. Bred and twisted by the Dark Lord to serve his most trusted servants.
How far are we from the wizard's dwelling?
It is difficult to say for certain. Even the eyes of an eagle cannot pierce the interwoven boughs of Mirkwood, and clearings are few in this wood.
We'll find him, but what about you? Are you hurt?
The beast did its damage, but not enough to keep me from the air. I will be fully recovered soon enough.
We'll continue the search on foot. Should we look for you here once we've found him?
No, I must find my companions. They are probably worried about me. Together, we will keep watch from above. Radagast has many friends among the birds of Mirkwood. If you find him, he can send a message to us easily enough.
All right, but be careful. There may be more of these fell beasts around. I don't like the look of this Mirkwood. I wish our path would have led us elsewhere.
Why would Radagast choose to make his home in such a place?
They say that Mirkwood was not always like this. It was fair enough before the shadow of the Dark Lord fell over it.
That shadow lies here still. There are evil creatures in this wood. Be on your guard.
That's done it. Now the whole forest knows we're here.
Let's go. The warg that one hears is worse than the orc that one fears.
True, but where the warg howls, there also the orc prowls. An encampment of orcs!
Be watchful. The wargs have given away our presence.
I don't like this. Keep your eyes open.
Up there, an archer!
It's an ambush!
They seek cover in the undergrowth.
We need cover from their arrows! They're charging!
I'm out! Over there! They've cleared a path out of it!
Take refuge here! I will shield us from their arrows and bolts!
Insect eggs, maybe.
But so many. And so large.
No one reads Stand back! I'm bringing this wall down.